folks, Anders here, and this is a bit of a different video. Today, it's Wednesday, and it's a Weight Loss Wednesday video. It's a beautiful day outside, and whilst I'd love to be out adventuring, life of a teacher and all that, sadly I've got to work at home today, do some marking and stuff, but it is gorgeous out there, like full on. I'll take you outside. Look, so lovely. It's blue skies, birds are tweeting, it's so quiet and wonderful. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck indoors today. Well, I'm going to go and work outside, take the laptop outside. It is my actual day off, but hey. Anyway, Weight Loss Wednesday. Right. So before I talk in more detail, here's a backstory. Story time. Right, so I've always thought of myself as being not particularly massively overweight. I don't exactly, well, I didn't used to eat very healthy. I did exercise a bit. I used to do running, which I had to stop because of a hernia, but I've got back into now. And I used to do like Viking reenactments and things like that, which I'm again hopefully getting back into soon. And I walk a lot. I do walk a lot. So about 18 months ago, I had a heart attack. 40 years old. Well, I was 6 months into being 40. I'd been starting my new job. It was around about, I think it was about October time. Yeah, I had a heart attack. It was terrifying. I'd been ignoring warning signs for a few weeks. I'd had minor chest pains, aches in all my shoulder, and I just thought it's like, you know, from carrying my bag or posture or stress from work or something like that. And one day I was at work and I had the most horrendous pain. Drove myself home, said to my wife, she's like, oh, it's fine, it's just indigestion or something like that. I drove myself to hospital, to A&E, and I was like, hello, I'm having chest pain, please help. Got rushed into A&E, got hooked up to the ECG machine, all that kind of stuff, did blood tests and everything else, and x-rays, and yeah, I had a minor heart attack. They didn't do anything particularly apart from just prescribe me aspirin, which turns out I'm allergic to. Hey, good job. But what came about from it was basically I needed kind of a lifestyle change. You know, I did run, I wasn't eating very, very healthily, but with every other factor going on and loads of other stuff, and it just sort of accumulated in a build-up, and yeah, so I had a heart attack. It was a minor one, it was a minor one, it wasn't a major heart attack, it was what would you call it? Yeah, they reckon it was brought on by, I had a couple of really bad chest infections, throat infections, viral things, and it caused swelling around your heart, which is your pericardium, and I had a thing called pericarditis, and that combined with having unstable angina actually caused the myocardial infarction. Yeah, I can remember some technical stuff when I was a nurse a long time ago, but yeah, basically I had a heart attack. So it was a bit of a shock to the system and all that, and I was like, okay, I need to kind of do something about it. So I, you know, tried to de-stress a little bit and things like that, and that was in the October. Then Christmas came around, all of that sort of happened, and then about January, Feb time, I had to go to doctors for a standard checkup-y thing, and they put me on the scales and they were like, you're obese. I was like, what? Now I'm not a huge person, and yeah, they actually said I was clinically obese on the BMI scale and all of that kind of stuff, and they said you need to kind of turn your life around a bit, and I was like, oh, okay, obese. And so from that last year they gave me a 13-week voucher for Slimming World, NHS recommended. Had to go to see like a person. They did a weight assessment, lifestyle assessment, stuff like that, and as long as you were over 30 BMI they gave you this free voucher. And I think that's available most of the NHS groups in the country. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me. And it was a subset of the NHS called 1U, and yeah, I went for thinking, I was like, okay, join Slimming World, we recommend it. So I did. And so yeah, about April last year, I started Slimming World. I didn't have the greatest consultant. I was very confused with a lot of stuff. They weren't helpful. I think they were quite new. But I did it last year and I lost almost 2.5 stone in 12 weeks, 3 months, which was amazing. I went from being quite chunky, I went from being an XL t-shirt size to a large t-shirt size. I went from being a 36 to 38 waist down to a 34, and it was good. And then I stopped. Around about the same time when I was diagnosed with my hernia and having those kind of issues, I'd stopped doing reenactments, I'd stopped doing running and exercising, and my diet went to crap. I just stopped. And I didn't really notice that I was piling the weight back on. I thought, I'm still eating kind of healthy-ish and all this kind of stuff, and the reality of it was, I wasn't eating that healthy again. Going back to old patterns, having bread, which is, yeah, bread bloats me massively. Having lots of dairy, having lots of cheese, which I'm lactose intolerant, and that again bloats me up and makes me feel like crap. So, yeah, so I got back into old habits, and then it came to Christmas. So before Christmas I actually had my date for my hernia operation and stuff like that, so I was kind of like, well, do you know what, I'm going to wait till I've had my op, and then I'm going to start up again, and start back onto a diet. And I tried doing it by myself, and I wasn't really losing. I got some scales, wasn't really losing much in the way of weight. So a few weeks ago I decided, right, I'm going to go back on Slimming World. So I've been going to group for 2 weeks, well 3 weeks. My first week I signed up, and my starting weight, I'll break this down for you, got my little book somewhere. So 3 weeks ago my starting weight was 15 stone 6 pounds, which in kilograms is, hang on, let's ask Google. So we go 15 stone, can't type, 6 lumps in kilogram. So 15 stone 6, I was 97.976 kilograms, so 98 kilos, which is still lower than I was last year. When I weighed myself last year when I first went to Slimming World, I was like 102 kilos, so I was well over 100 kilograms. So started out 2 weeks ago at 98 kilos slash 13 stone 6 pounds. Okay, so my first week, so I weighed in, so this is Wednesday today, my weighing day is on a Tuesday. I weighed in last Tuesday, my first week. Now, I ate mostly healthy, but we did have like fish and chips at the weekend and that kind of stuff. My first week of doing Slimming World, I lost 4.5 pounds, which is not bad, which is just under 2 kilos. And this week, I've lost 5 pounds, which is just over 2 kilos. So my actual total weight now, in a week, is... in 2 weeks, since starting Slimming World, I have gone from 15 stone 6 to 14 stone 10 and a half. Which, if I go 14 stone 10 and a half in kilograms, because I know some of you like kilograms, I prefer kilograms, it's just the way it works. So 14 stone 10 in kilograms is, I'm now 93.44 kilograms. So going from 98 to 93 and a half. So I've lost 5 kilos in 2 weeks. It's awesome. Yeah. And yesterday I got my first little certificate. Ta-da! So I've already lost, in 2 weeks, I've lost over half a stone, well over half a stone. Half a stone is 7 pounds, and I've lost 9 pounds and a half. So I'm well over that. And I also yesterday as well, I got Slimmer of the Week. Right, full disclaimer, I don't call Slimming World, I call it Chub Club. Some people may find that offensive, some people might not. I'm chubby, I go to Chub Club. Yeah, I got Slimmer of the Week. And the way Slimmer of the Week works is, the person with the highest weight loss in that week wins Slimmer of the Week. And got £5 off. Now, it's kind of a bit confusing, because if you have a gain the week before, or if it's your first week, you can't be slimmer a week in your first week, because they say that once you start Slimming World diet, and if you stick to plan in your first week, you'll have quite a significant loss. So yeah, last year when I did my first weigh-in week, I lost £6 in the first week, £7 in the second week. So in 2 weeks I lost nearly enough a stone, which was awesome. This time going a bit slower because I'm being a bit more lax with my diet, but I'm still sticking to plan. But yes, so you have to be the highest thing, and you have to have not had a gain the week before or something like that. And the way that Slimmer of the Week works, Chopper of the Week is that theoretically everybody in group, and there's like 57 people in this group, drop in a piece of fruit or something or other and in a little basket, and you win a little basket at the end of it. And I did, and I won loads of cool stuff. There was some pasta, some fish, there's some chopped tomatoes, loads and loads of fruit. I'm not a fruity person, but where's that air? But you know, it was good, and it felt good. It felt good. 2 weeks, £9.5 loss. Lost half a stone already. Lost 5 kilos already, near enough. Or 4.5 kilos. So I'm happy. I'm hyped with that. I'm really, really pleased. Now, I mean, people say, oh, Andy, you don't look fat, you know, it's your dad bod and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, fair enough. But the main reason that caused my hernia in the first place was because I was overweight, and it was putting a lot of strain on my body. And so I lost all that weight last year. And that's when the actual hernia appeared. It didn't appear, it was always there, but that's when it became noticeable, because I'd had pain in my groin for like, 2 years, and just thought, I don't really want to get to the doctors. And I had different tests before and stuff about it. And then it was only when I lost the weight and I lost all that fatty tissue that I actually realised, oh, hang on, yeah, you've got a hernia and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, but if I keep holding on weight the way that I'm going again, like I was before Christmas, all of the stuff that they've done to, they've done the surgery, I've recovered well from it, the scar's nicely healed up and everything like that. Theoretically, it should never reappear, but if I keep holding on the weight, it's put more strain on my body, and I don't want that. And I quite liked the way that I looked this time last year, I have to say. Hang on, I'll find a photo for you, because I can show you a before and after of last year. I haven't got a before and after of this year, how I was to how I am now. But I will show you a before and after of how I looked before Slimming World last year and after Slimming World last year. Just scrolling through my Instagram to find it. Okay, found the image. Right, so this is me before I lost all my weight last year and after. Can you see? That was before. Chunky Monkey Anders. That was me after I'd lost quite a lot of weight last year. And I quite like the way that I looked, and must admit, I felt for the first time in quite a long time quite attractive. So it's an incentive again to lose a bit of weight this year. And I mean, I haven't, I've got a bit of a belly, I've got a bit of boobs, but I'm also running now as well. Which I didn't do last year. I couldn't run last year because of the old waiting on the whole hernia thing. But I can run this year, and I've been doing stretches and stuff like that. I'm starting gym soon. I'm walking a lot. My average walking per day at the moment, I'm averaging about 12,000 steps a day. Some days even more than that. I did one last week and I did 20,000 steps in a day. So I'm walking as well, and doing that whilst you're sucking your stomach in, you're getting all that core build up. So I'm not going to have a six-pack, I'm not got that kind of, delusions of fabulousness, but I'm quite hoping to get a decent shape body. So yeah, that's my introduction to Weight Loss Wednesday, and I think I'm going to do one of these videos a week. This week's going to be an introduction one. Next week I'll talk about what I actually eat to lose weight. Now, if you've never done... right, here's the thing. Different diets, different plans work for different people. I know people who say, Slimming World is shit, it's a waste of money, it's garbage, don't do it, they're just doing it to take your money every week and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I can see that to a point, and I do agree with it, because yeah, if you are a well-educated person, you can manage a diet perfectly well on your own. Now, I am a well-educated person. I have a degree and lots of letters after my name, and I'm a teacher, so theoretically I am a well-educated person. But I struggle with calories and fat content and sugar content of stuff, and it confuses me, and it does, and I've tried to learn it and I can't. And I looked at Weight Watchers as an alternative, and I've looked at all of the different kinds of diets that you can have, but the fact is, last year I did Slimming World for 3 months and I lost 2.5 stone. It works for me, and it works well for me. For a £5 a week, you know, you go and do your weigh-in and all of that kind of stuff, and you get your little certificates and things like that when you hit your targets. And it's only a £5 a week, but for me, I actually quite like the concept of Slimming World. I like the community surrounding it. You know, it can be a bit culty sometimes, and you know, reps can be a bit cringy sometimes and that kind of stuff, and the people there can be a bit cringy sometimes as well. And you know, the group that I was in last year, I felt really awkward in, because I was out of a group of like 30 odd, I was the only dude, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but and it was more of a mature, high class audience, because it was a different group, and I'm a not exactly high class person, and yeah. Anyway, they were lovely people, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't really feel part of the group. But it was still good, as in, you feel good when there's a load of people there cheering on you, saying, fucking hell, Andy, well done, you lost, you know, £5 this week, and you know, you feel like you feel good from it, and I like that. I like the camaraderie in the community. I like that you can actually sit there each week and you can talk to each other and share recipe ideas and share stuff and, you know, coping mechanisms and all of this kind of stuff, and I like that. Now, dieting on my own and dieting in solitary, you don't get that. Yes, there's the internet, but I'm trying to avoid social media to a point. Hi, YouTube. But it's just like, yeah, I like it. I like Slimming World, and the plan works for me. I like the way that it works with the sins, and you have your sin counts and that kind of stuff. Now I've started a new group, and my new reps explain it, and there's always been some changes since last year. Controversy over Muller, something or others, I don't know, don't like yogurt anyway, don't care, and other stuff. Oh, about adding an extra dairy thing, but I don't have dairy. Yeah, anyway. I like Slimming World. It works for me. It's a weird one, because other diets, they are low carb. Slimming World is quite high carb, but it's non-complex carbs as I understand it. You can have as much rice and pasta and veggies that you like. You can have as much lean meat or low-fat meat as you like. But what you limit yourself with, you can have as many eggs as you like as well, and I like eggs. But you are limited. Cutting out sugar, cutting out fat, two obvious ones anyway. Cutting out, so things like, I do like eating seeds and nuts. You can't have those really. Bread and any kind of bread product, floury stuff is a big no-no. You're not allowed bread. You can have some within your diet, but it attracts this sin value to it. I do like bread. I love bread, but bread kind of makes me bloated. And since going back on Slimming World, my stomach's got better. My IBS has resolved. That's a big thing, actually. Slimming World works really, really well if you have IBS. It worked for me brilliantly last year, and it's worked for me brilliantly again this year. I have terrible IBS. By cutting out a lot of dairy, by cutting out bread and starchy stuff. Is it starchy bread? I don't know. I don't see. This is the thing. This is why I like Slimming World, because for a dumb person like me, I can understand it. But by cutting out bread, my stomach is better. It's less bloated and that kind of stuff. So that works for me. I love bread. I love bread so much. I love fatty foods, but the thing is, Slimming World, you can still have bacon, you can still have chicken, you can still have egg, you can have rice, and I like Chinese and takeouts and tikka and all of that kind of stuff. And as long as you follow their plan, that one, you get one of these books when you join up, and it tells you all the different stuff, and it attaches sin values to food. So a bagel, if you would have one plain bagel, right, okay, I'll slow this down a bit. Sins work like this. You're allowed, as a man, 15 to 25 sins a day. Every food that you eat attaches a sin value, apart from a lot of stuff is free food. Does that make sense? So up to 15 to 25 sins a day is your maximum allowance of sins. The less that you have, the better for the diet. So again, if we go to there, where were we? Bagels. Yeah, bagels. So if I was to have one full plain bagel, it would be 11 sins. So then I've only got theoretically another 4 to 14 sins left in the day. But everything attaches. So 1 spoon of sugar is 1 sin. Alcohol is a big no-no. Cheese, cakes. Cakes and stuff like that are obviously quite sugary and that kind of stuff. And yeah, cereal bars vary. I like the Alpen Light bars. You can have 2 of those a day as a healthy extra, so they're not sinned, and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, so it works for us. I'll explain this more in another video, but yeah. So I stick to the plan. I have under my sins a day. I cut out all of that bread. I cut out all of that dairy. Cut out all the sugars, all the fat. And it works. Again, lost a bit of weight from it. So what I'm going to start doing, I think, is I'm not going to talk about the diet particularly that I eat this week, but I will next week, I think. And I'll start to show you some of the stuff, because I eat well. I do. I don't massively go hungry. The only thing I miss is kind of like crunchy food, like chips. And I love crunchy bread and that kind of, you're kind of missing that. But a lot of stuff you can fake, or you can have alternatives to, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, the next few weeks I'll go through more stuff like that. But today is a celebration of... I'm going to hold these 2 here, and this is going to be my thumbnail. Anyway, yeah, so again, I've lost 9.5 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm feeling good. And I'm hopefully starting to look good. Or gooder. Because apparently I do look good. Why thinks I look good? I don't know. Anyway, that's it. It's been, what, 23 minutes I've been waffling for. But again, Weight Loss Wednesday, bit of information on Slimming World. I'll do some more stuff on it. If people want to watch this, if you don't, if you like this, and you want to see more of this, hit the like and give me a comment. If you don't like this, or you think it's a bit boring, don't hit the dislike, because... yeah, but just drop me a comment and say, Andy, Anders, this is boring, don't do this again. And I'll be like, hey, okay, no worries. But yeah, that's it. Slimming World. Weight loss. Happy times. I'll see you in the next video, guys. I've got 1 review to do today. Potentially 2 if something arrives in the post. Still got the Welsh video to upload. I've split it into 3 days. It's going to be up soon. It's just took a little while. Like I say, work's busy. Oh, and I've got another action camera to review as well. And I was going to do an actual run through of some of my camera kit at some point as well. So there's plenty of content to come. And work's going to be busy the next few weeks. The videos might be sketchy for the next few weeks, but after that, for the summer, I can kind of relax. I can get into more stuff. I'm going to do loads more experimental stuff. I'm really excited because the course that I run, I've now been given the go-ahead to do some really cool stuff starting from September with it, doing 360 photography and video. So I'm going to be learning loads of that, which means I'm going to be vlogging loads of that and YouTubing loads of that as well. Adios. Sayonara, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, das Vidania. I'll see you in the next video.